Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining class. Me, my wonderful friend Nikki, and my quarantine hair, which is getting done in about another week or so's time, are here to share our practice with you today. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is our little fundamental flow. For those of you who are taking it live, thank you so much for joining us at 8:15 on the Thursday morning. For those of you who are taking it on demand, thank you also. Please check out all the amazing videos that we have available from yoga classes like this, right through to wonderful sessions, hit classes with friends like Nikki and other great trainers that we have working here at the gym right now. With that in mind, guys, this is a beautiful little class. The class is designed for all levels, but it's especially designed for those of us who are learning our practice. And if you're taking yoga and this is a newer thing for you, we will work you through and break down all the different postures along the way. So if downward facing dog is a name that you've heard, but you don't really know what it is, we'll break it down all the way. The design of the pose, the design of the class, should I say, is to work through some nice deep poses. We'll get deep into some stretches, especially at the beginning of class. We'll work through a nice little flow. We'll bring it all down at the end. We might have a couple of challenging poses along the way to stimulate our body. We'll finish with a beautiful Shavasana, allow ourselves to get on with the day. Alrighty, guys, with that in mind, we're going to start in a little child's pose today. So for child's pose, bring your big toes to touch at the mat. And everything from here is optional. You can either spread your knees wide, which is what Nikki's doing right now. I actually like to bring my knees together, especially early in the morning, and there's no right or wrong with that, just anything that fits your body. Arms can come nice and long out in the front of you, just like Nikki is doing right now, or what I prefer to do is actually bring my arms down beside me on the outside of my body. So much of yoga, although we work into a pose, a particular pose, is this understanding of our body and just making it feel good. One of the great things about yoga is there's no right and wrong way of doing things. There's just lots of different options, as long as the pose is safe. The most beautiful thing about this pose is you bring your forehead down onto the mat. When the forehead touches the mat, I love to gently rock and roll through the forehead, rock it from side to side. And the belief there is that you start to stimulate through your mind's eye, your third eye center, the place of enlightenment and seat of intuition. As you bring this beautiful little stimulation to the forehead, just check in with the mind. Notice the thoughts that are going through it. Don't judge them, just recognize them. It's fine to, at this stage in your practice, just to have lots of thoughts going through the mind. And then check in with the physical body. Notice with what you're working with today. For a lot of you guys who are taking all the different classes here on Lynx, yoga practice is often a complement to the other forms of exercise that you're doing. So maybe the body's a little tired or a little sore from a previous class or a previous workout. Maybe you've been for a run, riding your bike outside as the weather continues to warm. So notice the places of tension or tightness and maybe where you're holding stress into the body. And then check in with the breath. And the breath brings those two components together, our mind and our physical body. And then from your belly, take a nice big deep inhale. Pull the breath all the way up into the belly, the chest, the collarbones, the back of the throat, and pause. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Really nice, guys. Let's do that again. Inhale from the belly. Expand the belly. Make it as big as you can. Expand the chest. Make it as wide as you can. Up into the collarbones, the back of the throat, and pause. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Really nice, guys. Let's do that again. Inhale. Your biggest, deepest, fullest breath of your day so far. Keep inhaling. Start to feel the back line of the body. So the back of your rib cage is pushing higher to the ceiling, to the tailbone, and pause. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. And start to breathe in and out through your nose. And this breath in yoga we call our Ujjayi breath. It's the breath of yoga. It's a warming breath. It's also a breath that gives us beautiful energy into the body. I want you to think about this breath being an even 4 to a 5 count on both your inhales and your exhales. See if you can find a slight constriction in the back of the throat, like you're trying to make an oceanic type sound. Just find this equilibrium of the breath, which we call samavriti, this even inhales and exhales. And as you lie here, start to cultivate your intention for your practice, the purpose for your actions today. On your next inhale, rock up into a little tabletop. Come to stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Beautiful, guys. Take a little look at your hands. See that the index finger is facing directly at 12 o'clock. Lengthen the arms. Wrap your triceps back and your biceps forward, and just see how the shoulders start to open in the back line of the chest. Nice, guys. And then with the breath, take a little bend into the elbows. Inhale, cow pose. Lift the chest in, the gaze forward. Find this beautiful lengthening through the front line of the body. Pull the gaze forward. Lift the tailbone as high towards the ceiling as you can. Take one more inhale. And then on the exhale, straighten the arms, cat pose. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Tuck the tailbone in and under. Pull the belly button up and towards the spine. And that space between your shoulder blades, see if you can touch it to the ceiling. Nice, guys. And then we'll flow these two poses. So with the breath, inhale, cow. A little bend into the elbows. Actively work the hands closer towards the knees. Exhale, cat. Straighten the arms. Tuck the tailbone. Tuck the chest. One more time. Inhale, cow. A little bend into the elbows as you lift. Exhale, cat. Straighten the arms again. Wrap those triceps back and the biceps forward. Lovely, guys. Come back into your neutral tabletop and then extend your right foot out to the right, directly from your hip. Plant the whole sole of the foot down onto the mat. The tendency is just to roll to the instep there and then follow the foot with the hands. Start to walk the hands off to the right side of your mat. Tent into the fingers and lengthen the left hand especially as far away from the body as you can. And then at the same time, sink your left hip closer towards your left heel. What you'll feel is a beautiful deep lengthening in the outer left side body and also into the inner thigh of the right leg. Keep pushing that sole of the foot firmly down into the mat. Breathe deeper into the left side lung to extenuate that space. Nice, guys. Come back up in the center. Come back into your neutral tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. A little bend into the elbows. Actively work the wrists closer towards the knees. Exhale, cat. Straighten the arms. Round out through the spine. Nice, guys. Come back into your neutral tabletop and we'll switch outside. So extend the left leg off to the left side of your mat, directly out from the hip. Consciously push the whole sole of the foot down into the mat again, and then follow the foot with the hands. Walk the hands off to the left side of the mat. Tent into the fingers and then reach those fingers as far away from the body as you can. At the same time, sink your right hip closer towards your right heel. Breathe. On the side, we want to try and make the right hand as far away from the body as we possibly can. Breathing deeper into the right side lung. And as the body continues to open, maybe you can sink the hip a millimeter closer towards the right heel. Really nice, guys. Walk the hands back in the center. Come back into your neutral tabletop. Nice, guys. Bring the fingers so they face the left and the right edge of the mat. And then start to make some nice circles to the left. And like I was saying before, so much of yoga is this intuitiveness in your practice. So although what I might be feeling in my body might be quite different from yours, just be in this shape and move into the spots that feel good for you. What we're opening here is our wrists, our shoulders, our hips, our knees, even our ankles. Nice, guys. And as you take the circles to the left, start to take them to the right. Create space into the right side body. Really nice, team. If you notice little places along the way that are like, oh, that I really feel that, then maybe you hold that spot and just work a little deeper into it. Just be intuitive into the practice. Nice, team. And then come back into your neutral tabletop so the fingers face forward. And this time shift forward so the shoulders come in front of the wrists, creating flexions of the wrists, creating space through the forearms. On the exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Curl the toes under if they're not already. Start to get this nice little opening into the back line of the foot through the plantar fascia. Nice, guys. Shift forward. Shift back. One more time. Shift forward. And shift back. Nice, team. We're going to do a little bit more wrist opening here. Start by bringing the palms down onto the mat with the fingers facing back towards you. Lovely, guys. For those of you who are tighter, I'll demonstrate a little option here. Start to walk your knees closer towards your fingers. You'll find that takes the tension out of the wrists. Nice, team. And then shift forward so the shoulders come in front of the wrists, and then shift back. And as you shift back, sink your hips a little closer towards the heels. Keep the fingers on the mat, but lift the wrists. Nice, guys. And keep sinking back a little bit more. Open up through the flexors into the forearms. Nice, guys. Shift forward. Shift back. One more time. Shift forward. Shift back. Hold it here. And to get a little deeper, start to bend your elbows. Nice, guys. And take it to that point where it's like you're really feeling it, like you're starting to sweat a little bit, but it's not painful. Nice, team. And then come back up in the center. Nice, guys. Sit back onto the heels. It's nice to shake out the wrist there. Just let all the feeling come back to normal. When it does, plant the hands firmly down onto the mat. Nice, guys. Curl the toes under. Send the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. First downward facing dog here of class. I love my first downward facing dog. I say this, I think, in every single class. I love it. It's another pose where I want you to be intuitive. What I mean by that is be in this shape. The shape is a little inverted V shape, and then move here however feels good. Bending into the knees, pedaling out into the feet. I like to actually really sit right down into my heels, send my butt back towards the heels, finding length into the side body. Anything here that is just intuitive in your practice. Nice, guys. Make it feel good. And when you feel like you've got all the movement out of the body, start to find a place of stillness, and we'll really set up the pose here, focusing on a strong downward facing dog. Take a little gaze at the hands to see how the hands are set up. I want you to think about this index finger facing directly at 12 o'clock. The tendency is for the middle finger or the ring finger to be facing forward. Really focus about that index finger. And then that first knuckle on the index finger, push that firmly in the mat. Do the same with the fingertips of the hands. Then really lengthen the arms. Make the arms as long as you can. And then consciously wrap the triceps back and the biceps forward, creating space through the back of your heart. Lengthen the arms. Push your chest a little closer towards your thighs. Send the hips nice and high, even if that means taking a nice bend into the knees to allow that to happen. Beautiful, team. Inhale your right leg high. Come high onto the ball mount of your left toes. Shift forward, round through the spine. With control, place your right foot to the outside of your right hands. This is called a little lizard lunge here. From here, sink your hips down and lift your chest up. Nice, guys. And if you can see us here into the camera, you'll see that we're finding a lot of movement here into the hips. Don't be frightened to move. Forward and back, side to side. Again, this little thought of intuitiveness with your physical practice. Make it feel good. You can see Nikki's working into her shoulders. I like to rock and roll through my hips, just creating space. Nice, guys. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, straighten your front leg. And the front leg mightn't straighten. That's fine. It might have a nice deep bend into it. You see Nikki's gone onto her fingertips just to create a little bit more space. Maybe you walk the hands closer towards you. As long as you're feeling the stretch through the underside of your right leg and length through the side body, you're doing it perfectly. Actively pull back on your right hip pointer. Push your left hip pointer forward. Work your left heel a little closer towards the mat. Really nice, guys. And you're going to flow those two poses, breath to movement. So with the breath, sink down into the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg. See if you can create just a little bit more space as you straighten. Nice. Inhale, sink the hips, bend the knee, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Beautiful, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lovely, guys. Take a little bend into the knees here. Bring your belly and your chest down onto your thighs and find a little interlace. So we're in like a wide-legged ragdoll here. Hands to opposite elbows is beautiful. You can see Nikki's gone for the hands to the base of the back of the head here, creating some traction into the spine. Another lovely option, which I like, is to bring my hands into an interlace of the lower spine, opening up into the shoulder cavity. Just make it feel good. And if it feels nice to sway, sway. If it feels good to take tension out of the neck by nodding and shaking through the head, then allow that to happen. I like to bend and straighten through both legs and work through each side of the body. So whatever is good in your body, make it feel good. Again, this theme of intuitiveness with your body. Whichever little variation of this you have, gently let go of it, bring the hands to the mat. Keep the legs nice and wide. With control, inhale, one vertebrae at a time, roll up to stand. Bring the crown of the head up last. Shrug the shoulders up by the ears, pull the shoulders back, drop the shoulder blades down, and bring your thumbs to your center of your chest. And just use this beautiful little place in class to set your intention. And the reason we set an intention in our yoga practice is to give our actions purpose. Otherwise, our actions are just that. They're just calisthenics. They're exercises. It's another form of exercises. Yoga, first and foremost is a mindfulness practice. And if you're struggling to find an intention, I invite you just to keep it very simple. Why are you here today? What was your little place of motivation for coming to your practice? Could be as simple as like, I needed to stretch, I needed to open. Maybe it was more to the mind. I needed to clear my mind. Whatever your purpose was, bring it to the front of the mind. Keep your eyes closed, raise your head, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Lovely breath, guys. Blink the eyes open, bring the hands down beside you. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and high. See the palms touch. Turn the heels in and the toes out. Sit down into a little froggy squat, malasana. Lovely, guys. You might need to adjust your feet here. For a lot of us, we might need to send our feet a little wider. Those of you guys who are more open, you can bring your heels a little closer. Nice, guys. See if you can keep the heels firmly down onto the mat. Elbows are to the inside of the knees, and then actively push the knees closer towards the back of the room. Sit the tailbone down and lift the chest. Nice, guys. With the breath, inhale, stand and reach. See the palms touch. Exhale, sit down into your malasana. Nice, team. One more time. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, sit down into your malasana. Beautiful, guys. Plant your hands back down to the inside of your feet. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Lovely, guys. And I want you to really set up the pose here. High onto the ball mount of the back toes. Push the mat away from you. Make your arms as long as they possibly can be and lift your hips a little higher. And then activate the left side of your body and just pick up the left foot by like an inch. Nice, guys. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg comes nice and high. Beautiful. Exhale, shift forward. Find the top of your three-pointed plank. We're going to hold it here for a full breath. Take a nice inhale. On the exhale, just lower the left foot down beside the right. Our first real strength pose here in class as we set up plank. You'll see Nikki's here firmly on your toes. A beautiful option which I'm taking is to take this from the knees. Squeeze your quads. Wherever you are, tuck your pelvis under. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight to find support through your midline. Push out through the back of the heart space. Again, wrap the triceps back and the biceps forward. Shift forward. Keep shifting forward with all your controlled arm strength. As slow as your body allows, lower the whole body down onto the mat. Lovely, guys. When you get there, bring your forehead to the mat. Uncurl the toes, bring the toes together. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift the chest up off the mat. Hold it here and breathe. Lovely, guys. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, with control, just lower the forehead to the mat. Relax the back line of the body. Maybe even take a little rock and roll through the hips. And we're going to flow that little pose 2 more times, breath to movement. Bring the toes to touch. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift the chest. Squeeze the back line of the body. Maybe the hands hover here because all the engagement's in the back line of the body. Exhale. Lower the forehead with control to the mat. One more time. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift the chest up off the mat. Maybe hover the hands here. Exhale, lower the forehead to the mat. Beautiful, guys. Curl the toes back under. Straighten the legs. Tuck the pelvis under. And an option here to push straight up into plank or push up into a little tabletop. Nice, guys. You see Nikki pushed up into a plank. I'll show the little tabletop variation. And then send the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. Take a big deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Nice, guys. We'll switch out sides. Inhale the left leg high. Come high onto the ball mount of your right toes. Exhale, shift forward. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand into our little lizard lunge. Sink the hips, lift the chest. Nice, guys. For this first one, explore the hips here. Whatever that means into the body. Forward and back, side to side, just create space. You can keep the right knee hovered here, just to create a little bit more space, especially on the right side here. That'll allow you to get a little deeper into the right hip flexor, right up at the top of your right thigh. Nice, guys. Once you've got the movement out, take one more inhale. On the exhale, straighten the front leg. Nice, guys. Adjust your stance as you need to. Actively pull back on the left hip, push your right hip pointer forward. We're working deep into the back of the left leg here. What you might find is that one side of the body is just a little deeper than the other. So treat it like it's something new. Breathe. Nice, guys. And then with our breath, bend back into the front leg. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, sink the hips. Exhale with control, straighten that front leg. These nice, long, controlled breaths. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg. See if you can create a little bit more space. Lovely, guys. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lovely, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen here. Hands can stay on the mat like Nikki's doing, or you can bring your hands to your shins or your thighs for a little bit more space. Exhale, fold. Create more length into the hamstrings. Inhale, Urdhva stand. Reach for the ceiling. See the palms touch. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, sit down into your little yogi squat. Nice, guys. Inhale, stand and reach. See the palms touch. Exhale, sit down into the squat. Beautiful, guys. One more time. Inhale, stand and reach. Exhale, down into your squat. Beautiful, guys. Hold it here. See if you can create just a little bit more space. Can you push the elbows a little tighter towards the end of the knees? Maybe you bring the feet a little closer. Sink the hip a little lower. Lift the chest a little higher. Really nice, guys. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, plant both hands back to the inside of your feet. And this time, step your left foot to the back of the mat. And again, really set the pose up here. Give yourself space. Hands are firmly on the mat. Make the arms as strong as you can. High onto the tips of the left toes to create space. Lift the hips a little higher. And then just see if you can hover that right foot off the mat by an inch. Yes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg comes nice and high. Beautiful, guys. Exhale, shift forward. Find your little three-pointed plank. We're here for a full breath. Take a nice inhale. On the exhale, just lower the right foot down beside the left. Beautiful, team. Again, set the pose up, whether you're on the toes like Nikki or on your knees like me. Tuck the pelvis under, squeeze the glutes, push out through the back of the heart space. This time, shift forward. Keep shifting forward. Bend the arms halfway. Chaturanga or low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten the arms, extend out through a crown. Always a lovely option to take a little baby cobra like we did just before. On the exhale, send the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Really nice, guys. Take a big deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Beautiful breath, guys. Just going to get our bodies flowing here. We're going to work through three little what we call Surya Namaskar A's or Sun A's here. At the top when we stand, we're going to cactus our arms and work into a back bend to open up through the front line of the body and strengthen through the spine. Inhale. Come high into the ball out of the toes. Bend the knees. Look between your thumbs. On the exhale, a nice big step, a jump, or a float to the top of the mat. Whatever you've got. Nice, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva. Stand and reach. See the palms touch. On the exhale, cactus your arms. Work your back bend here. Hold it here. Breathe for this first one. Squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze the glutes. I want you to think about lifting into the chest more than bending deep into the lower spine. Work the elbows closer towards the back of the room, creating space across the shoulders, the chest, even into the biceps. Nice, guys. With the breath, inhale, stand, reach the arms nice and high. Exhale with control, dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms. This time your vinyasa, high plank through low. Step it, float it, fly it, whatever you've got working. Those of you guys working with me, plank, shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten the arms, extend the crown. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, guys. You're here for 3, 2. Inhale, high on the ball mound of the toes, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. Exhale, a nice big step, a jump, or a float to the front of the mat, like Nikki's doing. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand and reach. Lovely, guys. Exhale, cactus the arms, work into the back bend. Nice, team. Inhale, stand and reach. Exhale, with control, fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, maybe the hands to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, plant the palms, your vinyasa, high plank through low. Those of you guys with me, plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. For those of you guys who are still looking at your cameras there, you'll see Nikki held an upward facing dog because she's just still being intuitive into her body. That's what the body was asking for. So again, just find what your body needs. Lovely, guys. Inhale, high on the ball mound of the toes, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. Exhale, a nice big step, a jump, or a float to the front of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe the hands to the shins or the thigh. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva, stand. See the palms touch. Exhale, cactus the arms at the top. Beautiful, team. Inhale, stand and reach. Exhale, with control, dive it forward. Inhale, full length of the breath, create space. Exhale, plant the palms, step it, float it, fly it. Again, your vinyasa, what your body needs. And the other thing is too, as the body continues to warm, don't be frightened to change the transitions along the way. Really work into the poses that your body needs. Nice, guys. Let me get back to your downward facing dog. Take a big deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Yeah, really nice, guys. Inhale, high on the ball mound of the toes, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. Exhale, step it, float it, fly it to the top. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips back, sweep the arms nice and high, hold it here and breathe. Beautiful, guys. You can see in both our legs here, feet are touching, knees are touching, outer hips are engaged. Take a little gaze over the knees. Can you see the toes? If not, pull back on the shins just a little further. Nice, team. Your tailbone. The tendency is for the tailbone to stick towards the back of the mat. I want you to point the tailbone down towards the mat so the core is nicely fired up. You've got that little natural curve in the lower spine. The upper body, lift the chest. Lift the arms, wrap the triceps forward. Send the gaze up in between the hands. Lovely, team. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, bring your belly to your thighs. Sweep your arms back behind you like wings. Lovely, guys. Inhale, Urdhva, stand. Reach for the ceiling. See the palms touch. Exhale, cactus the arms. Work the back bend. Inhale, the arms nice and high. Exhale, with control, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms. Again, your vinyasa. Step it, float it, fly it. Lovely, team. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find the movement you need in your downward facing dog and then settle. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip, hold it here and breathe. Straighten the arms, square into the shoulders. Straighten your left leg. At the same time, work your right heel closer to the left edge of your mat. Inhale, come nice and high onto the ball mound of your left toes. Exhale, shift forward, touch your right knee to your right tricep. Nice, guys. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, we're going to twist it this time. Right knee, left tricep. Yes. Inhale the right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward, knee to the nose. And then with control, place the right foot between your thumbs. How you got it there was perfect. For some of us, we might have even had to help it there. That's great. Spin your back foot at a 45-degree angle. And then have a little look at your feet before we stand up here. See that the feet are on 2 tracks. And then we'll explain that when we come up. Inhale, warrior 1. Lift the chest, lift the arms, wrap the triceps forward. Beautiful, team. Our goal here is to square our hips to the top of the mat. So to allow that to happen, we've given ourselves a little space with our feet. And then I want you to squeeze that left butt cheek. Make it like a rock. Push that left hip pointer forward and then push hard into the outside edge of the left foot. Do the same with the ball mount of the right big toe. Lift the arms, wrap the triceps forward. Really, really nice, guys. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, straighten your front leg. Cactus your arms, lift up into the chest. Beautiful, guys. Send your gaze towards your ceiling. Beautiful. Really squeeze that left glute to support the lower spine. Inhale, warrior one. Come back up in the center. Exhale, lean forward. Lean forward as far as you can. And then pull back onto the right hip. Really, really nice, team. Looking great. With your breath. Inhale, warrior two. Open it up to the left side of the room. For a lot of us, we might have just needed to adjust our stance and just slide that left foot back just a little further. Perfect. Take a little gaze at the left foot. See that the back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat, so the foot is slightly pigeon-toed. And then get deep into this right knee. Lengthen the arms, lift the wrist a little higher. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze your outer left hip. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach your right arm forward, 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 and down. And your left arm, sweep it down towards the mat. And then you can either extend it forward towards the front of the mat, which I prefer to do, or you can reach the arm nice and high towards the ceiling and find length here into the body. The right hand can stay firmly down onto the mat for support. You can hover the right hand to create a little bit more space, or bring the right hand onto your shin just for a little support and length. Nice, team. Bend back into your front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right arm reaches to the top back corner of the room. Work the left hand firmly down the outside edge of your left leg. Lovely, guys. Really straighten the right arm. Breathe deeper into the right sideline. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel both hands to the top of your mat. Your vinyasa, high plank through low. Those of you guys working with me, plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, halfway, chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog, straighten the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, team. Find the movement you need in your downward facing dog and then settle into the pose. Inhale your left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Hold it here and breathe. Nice, team. Really lengthen the arms and square into the shoulders. So soften into the right, push a little harder with the left. Straighten the right leg. Really work that right heel closer towards the mat. You might be a ways away from the mat. That's just fine. And then work those left toes closer to the right side of your room. Inhale, come nice and high on the ball mount of the right toes. Exhale, shift forward. Left knee, left tricep. Really engage into the side body. Beautiful, team. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, twist it through. Your left knee to the right tricep. Yes. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, knee to the nose. Curl it all in nice and tight. And then with control, place the left foot between your thumbs. And how you got it there, again, was perfect. Let's set up this transition. Back foot at a 45. So separate the feet. Take a little gaze at the feet. Find the foundation. Square into the hips. Inhale, warrior one. Lift the chest. Arms reach. Wrap the triceps forward. Always open up through the back space. A lot of us will find that our arms are just extending towards the ceiling and with the arms on the outside edge of the ears. I want you to bring the biceps by the cheekbones and really open up into the back space. We might try to make the most of every single pose. When we're working into one pose, we're also building ourselves strength for another. Squeeze the right glute, push the right hip pointer forward, pull back on the left hip pointer. Lovely, guys. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, cactus the arms, work into the back bend. Lift the gaze high. Lift from the chest. Like try to touch your heart to the ceiling. Lovely, team. Looking great. Inhale, warrior one. Bend back into the front leg. Exhale, lean forward. Reach with the arms like you're about to take off like Superman. Pull back on the left hip. Push your right hip pointer forward. Keep squeezing that right glute. Lovely, guys. With your breath. Inhale, warrior two. Open it up to the right edge of the mat. Adjust your stance as you need to and find strength here into the pose. Take a little look at the feet. See that the heel of the front foot is nicely in line with the arch of the back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs. On this side, squeeze your right glute really tight. Tuck that right hip pointer a little further forward. Extend out through the crown. Reach with the arms. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Left arm reaches forward and then down. Sweep the right arm down towards the mat and then open it up towards the side. Again, you can have the right arm nicely extended, beautifully like Nikki has here, or I'll give the extended arm variation, reaching towards the ceiling. The reason that we sweep our hand down towards the mat in a transition is there's a little muscle in your rotator cuff called your supraspinatus, And when you take it across the top, it can sometimes pinch in there as it works through the bones in the shoulder. So we just take that little variation down towards the mat. Nice, guys. With the breath, bend back into the front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. The left arm reaches to the top back corner of the room. Work the right hand down the outside edge of your right leg. Really straighten the left arm. Reach towards something that you can't quite reach. Breathe deep into the left lung. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel both hands to the top of your mats. Your vinyasa, high plank through low. Those of you guys working with me, plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. Take a big deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Beautiful, team. We're going to flow that whole little sequence, which we call a Sun B or Surya Namaskar B, 2 times. The first one will be breath to movement. The second one, we're just going to add a couple of little things in there just to take some variations along the way. So, inhale, high on the ball, out of the toes, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. On the exhale again, a nice big step, a jump or a float, whatever your body is feeling right now is perfect. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe the hands to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold, full length of the breath. Inhale, chair pose, hips are back, sweep the arms nice and high. Exhale, belly to your thighs, arms come back like wings. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana stand, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, cactus the arms. We're just creating a lot of space into the front line of the body. Nice, team. Inhale, reach. Exhale, with control, fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, create your space. Exhale, plant your palms, meet me in downward facing dog. That can be as beautiful as stepping straight into downward facing dog. Listen to your body. Just check in with the energy levels. See where the energy levels are at as you continue to work through your practice. Nice, guys. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, shift forward, right knee, right tricep. Inhale the right leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, twist it across. Right knee, left tricep. Beautiful, team. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, shift forward, knee to the nose, give it a little touch, and then softly place the right foot between your thumbs. Set up the transition here. So the back foot's at a 45. Feel strong, feel good. Inhale, warrior one. Lift the chest, arms come nice and high. Exhale, straighten the front leg, cactus the arms, work into the back bend. Nice, guys. Inhale, warrior one, back up into the bend into the front leg. Exhale, lean forward, reach, pull back on the right hip. Inhale, warrior two, open it up to the left edge of your mat. Exhale, triangle, straighten the front leg, lean forward, sweep the left arm down. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend back into the front leg, right arm reaches to the top back corner of your room. Exhale, both hands to the top of the mat, meet me in downward facing dog. How you get there is great. Those of you guys working with me, plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, straighten the arms, squeeze the glutes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward, left knee, left tricep. Beautiful, team. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward, left knee, right tricep. Really twist it across. Nice, team. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, shift forward, knee to the nose, pause. With control, place the foot between your thumbs. Take your time, set up the transition. Back foot at a 45, find the stability. Inhale, warrior one. Lift the chest, arms reach, wrap the triceps forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Find the depth in your back bend. Inhale, come back up in the center. Exhale, lean and fly. Lovely, guys. With the breath, inhale, warrior two. Open it up to the right edge of your mat. Exhale, triangle. Straighten the front leg. Find your little place of depth here. With the breath, bend back into the front leg. Inhale, reverse. Left arm to the top back corner of your room. Exhale, both hands to the top of the mat. Those of you working with me, step back into plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. Let's take one of those big breaths here. Take a nice inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Beautiful. I'm going to work through that again. We're just going to add some little things in along the way. We're even going to try a little arm balance here as we work through it. Know that it's completely optional. Inhale, come high into the ball out of the toes. Bend the knees, look between your thumbs. Exhale, a nice big step, a jump, or a float to the front of the mat. Lovely, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sit the hips back, sweep the arms nice and high. Exhale, belly to the thighs, sweep the arms like wings. Inhale, stand and reach. Exhale, work your back bend. Inhale, reach, listen up. Exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Sit down into your hips. On the bottom part of the body, we're thinking chair pose here. Everything from here is optional. Rock onto the tips of the toes. Catch the balance here. Nice, guys. And then maybe widen the knees. Bring the heels together. Beautiful, team. And then like a little drinking bird, stay on the tips of the toes and just lean the body forward. Keep leaning the body forward. Keep leaning the body forward. Nice. And then when you can get there, just bring the hands down onto the mat. And boom, we're all set up right here to try a little crow pose. Yeah. What's that?
What you did there.
See what I did there? Yes. Nice, guys. Everything from here is optional. Nikki might pop right up into the crow. I'm going to teach it along the way. So, hands on the mat. Grip the mat firmly. Wrap the triceps back, the biceps forward. Pull the knees as high up into the armpits as possible, but anywhere above the elbows is great. Send your gaze forward, and then there's a little chance here to rock the body weight forward. Maybe this is right where you are. Maybe you pick up one toe. Maybe you set both sets of toes. Maybe you bring them together. Maybe you bring the heels to the butt. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then with control, maybe just set the feet nice and controlled back down onto the mat. Nice, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let go of whatever happened there. Just have fun. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale this time. Plant your palms. Meet me in downward facing dog. Those of you working with me, plank. Shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice, team. Find whatever the movement is that you need here. Maybe you towel off, grab a little drink, grab any of the things that you need. And then we'll continue to work here with the second part of our Sambe. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, shift forward. Right knee, right tricep. Lovely, team. Inhale the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Twist. Inhale the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward. Knee to the nose. With control, place the right foot between your thumbs. Back foot at a 45. Inhale, warrior one. Lift the chest. Arms come nice and high. Exhale. Cactus the arms, straighten the front leg, work into your back bend. Inhale, warrior one, bend back into the front leg. Exhale, lean forward, extend the arms. Nice, guys. Option to stay right here. Those of you guys who would like to work with me, pivot onto the ball mount of your left toes. Extend your arms back behind you like wings. Catch a little balance here into the right leg. Launch up onto the right leg. Airplane pose. Nice, guys. Catch the balance here. Lift your chest, lift your arms higher. Palms are facing down. Point out through the left toes. Lift your left foot a little higher. We're going to come right back to where we came from. So a little warrior one with control. Bend back into the right foot. Place the left foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Lift up into the chest. Arms come nice and high. Exhale. Pivot to the left edge of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Fold down the middle here. Find release into the pose. Breathe. Toes are slightly in, heels are slightly out. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. So tense into your fingers, extend out through the crown, and send your sit bones nice and high towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold. See if you can just find a little bit more depth here into the pose. Lovely, guys. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Straighten the arms, tent the fingers, extend the crown, lift the sit bones higher. Exhale, fold. Lovely, guys. Bring the heels in, the toes out. Inhale, star pose. Straighten the legs, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Make the body as big and as wide as you can. Exhale, warrior two, back towards the top of your mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Right arm reaches forward and down, and then extend the left arm to your little place of depth. Option to stay right here. Those of you guys who would like to challenge your balance here again, bend into your right leg. Keep bending in the right leg. Bring the right arm out in front of you. Find stability here with the right foot and the right hand. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Launch up onto the right leg and extend the left leg to the back of the room. I want you to focus on 5 points of extension here. The right hand is either firmly on the mat or hovering. Push hard down into your right foot. Straighten the right leg. Push out through your left heel or your left toes. Straighten the left leg. Reach with the left arm towards the ceiling and extend out with your crown of your head. Nice, guys. With control, start to bend into the right leg. Start to bend into the right leg gently. Place the left foot at the back of the mat, wherever you are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right arm works to the top back corner of your room. Exhale, cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale, simple twist. Right arm comes nice and high. Really nice, guys. Open up here into the side body, create space. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, with control, plant your right hand down onto the mat. Your vinyasa, high plank through low, or stepping straight back to downward facing dog. Those of you guys working with me, plank, shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, guys. Left side, we've got this. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward. Left knee, left tricep. Lovely, team. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward. Left knee, right tricep. Beautiful, team. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward, knee to the nose. With control, place the foot between your thumbs. You know where we're going. Set it up, back foot at a 45. Inhale, warrior one. Lift the chest. Arms come nice and high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Straighten the front leg, lift the chest, finding all the strength in our back bend. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lean it forward like you're about to take off and fly. Option to stay right here or pivot onto the ball mount of the right toes. Extend out through the crown. Option to stay here or work with me. Arms back behind you like wings. Fly it up, airplane pose. Launch up onto the left leg. Catch a little balance here. Lift the chest. Straighten the right leg. Lift the arms a little higher. And then with control, we're going to go back to where we came from. Soften the left leg, back foot at a 45. Inhale, warrior one. Lift it up. Exhale, pivot to the wide edge of your mat and fold down the middle. Breathe. Really nice, guys. Adjust your feet as you need to if you're not quite where you need to be. Toes are slightly in, heels are slightly out. Those of you guys who would like to work with me, inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And then find a little interlace at the lower spine. Exhale, fold. With the crown of the head down the middle of the mat. And just find release here. And if the interlace is uncomfortable, just let go of it. And if it feels good, then work the wrists closer towards the right side of your room. Wherever you are, just find space here through your inner thighs, the back line of your legs. Beautiful stretches here. Really, really nice, team. If you have the bind still, just gently let go of it. Bring the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, create space. Exhale, fold into that space. Heels come in, toes come out. Inhale, star pose. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Exhale, warrior two, back towards the top of the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle. Left arm reaches forward and down. Your little place of depth here. Option to stay right here, which is beautiful and perfect. Those of you who would like to work with me, start to bend into your left leg. Keep bending into the left leg. Bring the left arm out in front of you. When you feel like you've got the stability, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Launch up onto the left leg. Right leg extends towards the back of your room. Reach the right hand nice and strong towards the ceiling. I like to point my toes in just about every pose, but for some reason in this one, I flex at the ankle and push out through my right heel. Lift from the outer right hip. Really, really nice, team. Wherever you are with control, start to bend into the left leg. Right foot comes back to the back of the mat if you had that option. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches to the top back corner of the room. Exhale, the right hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, simple twist. Left arm reaches nice and high towards the ceiling. High on the ball mount of the right toes. Twist through the core, twist through the shoulders. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, plant your left hand on the mat, your last vinyasa of class. However you get to downward facing dog is absolutely perfect. Express yourself how you need to along the way. Really, really nice, team. When you get to your downward facing dog, take a big deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Inhale, come high on the ball mat of the toes, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. On the exhale, travel to the top of your mats and come down, have a little seat. How you get there is perfect. Extend the legs nice and long out in front of you. Inhale your arms high towards the ceiling. On the exhale, fold. Lean forward, reach for the outside edges of your feet with your hands and soften here into the pose. Just find your little place of depth. For my friends who are tighter here, take a little bend into the knees. Keep the knees together, keep the feet together. Then reach for the outside edges of the feet with the hands. And just find your little place of depth. And this is a beautiful option if the hamstrings are a little tighter and stronger. It's also a beautiful option if you've had injuries or sensitivities in the hamstrings or the lower spine. Just wherever feels good into your body. Breathe. Nice, team. Whichever little version of this you have, gently let go of it. Come back up into center. Extend the legs long. Do the same with the arms. Engage into the core. Take a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, with all your control core strength, one vertebrae at a time, gently, softly, slowly, roll down onto your mat. Nice, team. Pull both knees into your chest. Neutralize your lower spine. Rock and roll through the lower spine. Find any little release here that feels good. Now place the sole of the left foot down onto the mat. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Everything from here is optional. To get deeper here, place your right hand to the inside of the right knee and push it further away from you. Maybe you bring your right hand in between your legs and reach for your left hamstring, maybe the left knee. And soften the back down onto the mat, the crown of the head back down onto the mat, and just release here into the pose. Flex at your right ankle. Feel this beautiful deep outer hip stretch onto the right side of the body. What we're working into there is, for my runners and cyclists and strength trainers here, is your IT band, TFL, glute medius, all those parts of the body that need opening. Nice, guys. Gently let go of whatever bind you have here. Pull both knees into the chest, neutralize the spine, keep a hold of the right knee, extend the left leg long. Inhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Exhale, twist. Guide the right knee across the body with the left hand. Extend the right arm. Send the gaze to the right. Find your little place of depth and release into the pose. Just make it feel good. I like to imagine this pose like a giant letter T, and you have a bird's eye view of it. The shoulders are the cross. The rest of the body is the base. So for a lot of us, shimmy your left hip pointer a little closer to the middle of the mat and straighten the left leg. Nice, team. With the breath, inhale, come back up in the center. Pull both knees into the chest, neutralize the spine. And then we'll switch out sides. Keep a hold of the left knee. Right leg goes long. Sorry, let me change that up. Plant the sole of the right foot onto the mat, your left ankle over the right knee. That's my apologies, guys. Left hand to the inside of the left knee, or thread the needle. Bring the left hand in between the legs. Reach for the right hamstring or the right knee, or depending on where the flexibility is at. And then just work into this nice deep outer hip stretch on the left side. And this is another one of those poses where you'll really notice the difference between each side of the body. So treat it like it's something new. Don't judge the difference, just recognize it. The way that it normally works into the body is that our stronger side is our more dominant side, and our less dominant is a little bit more flexible. Gently let go of the little bind that you have. Pull both knees into the chest, neutralize the spine. Keep a hold of the left knee, extend the right leg long. Inhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Exhale, twist. Guide the left knee across the body. Again, for a lot of us, need to shimmy that right hip pointer closer to the middle of the mat. And find this beautiful giant letter T shape. Extending out through the top of the head. A nice straight left leg pushing out through either the toes or the heel. Maybe the right hand is on the top of the left knee. Just using a little leverage here into the body just to deepen the twist. Keep connecting to the breath. Inhaling and creating space. Exhaling, moving into the space. Inhale, come back up in the center. Pull both knees into the chest, neutralize the lower spine. We'll take one more little pose here called Ananda Balasana, or happy baby pose. Stamp the soles of the feet on the ceiling and reach for the outside edges of your feet with your hands. And if grabbing the feet is not an action in your body, maybe grab the ankles, the shins, or the hamstrings, anything that just allows you to be in the shape. And then be a little playful here. Find a nice little rock and roll through the lower spine, a beautiful little self-massage. I'm really sensitive in my lower spine, so every time I do this, it's just like, oh, it's so nice. And when you've found and got rid of the last little bits of movement out of your body, let go of the bind that you have, pull both knees into the chest and curl up into a little ball. Make the little ball tight. Knees to the chest, chin to the chest, and forehead to the knees. And then take a nice big deep inhale. Keep inhaling. Keep inhaling. Keep inhaling. Pause. Exhale. Release everything. Shavasana. Send the heels to the top corners of your mat. Let the feet splay out wide. Tuck the shoulder blades in underneath the chest to support your heart. Make the arms splay out wide. You have plenty of room. Palms can face up to receive energy or down for grounding. Listen to your body. It will tell you where it needs to be. Find complete surrender here by pulling your tongue off the roof of your mouth and completely letting go. Start to make your next breath a little deeper, a little fuller, more complete, and more conscious. Squeeze your palms, roll your wrists, expand your toes, and open your fists. And bend your knees, place the soles of the feet onto the mat, and connect your hands to your body. Finding this beautiful connection to self, connection to love, and connection to purpose. Using your right arm as a pillow, gently roll to your right side, and in your own time, come to have an easy seat at the top of your mat, keeping your eyes closed, connecting your palms to your heart, bowing your chin to your chest, acknowledging your practice, this beautiful community, your place of purpose, your intention. Keeping your eyes closed, raise your head, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Connect your thumbs to your third eye center, your place of enlightenment, your seat of intuition. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With love and gratitude. Namaste. Namaste, Lynx family. Thank you so much for letting me share my practice with you. Little yoga classes that we offer. We do this class live on Tuesday and Thursday morning.